What be up, Dominews fans? I'm Stick Trick Domino Dude.
And I'm Jack of All Spades 98, and welcome to episode 15 of Dominews. This time we don't have a guest because we are doing a just Jack of All Spades 98 and STD Dude special for you guys this month.
Yes, and there is something that I would like to talk to everyone here about that I've honestly been thinking about for a long time. So, who exactly are the top 25 builders in the community? And no, I don't mean in terms of skill and everything. I mean in subscribers.
So the most official count of skill, as we all know, is subscribers. Like if you have fewer than 500 subscribers, you are basically nothing. No, we're kidding. So the point of this episode is not to evaluate skill and talent, like you said. It's kind of to evaluate how partially how lucky you were, but also how well you market your channel. Because I do think there are aspects of both in terms of how many subscribers your channel has. So we're going to kind of go into the top 25 channels in the community and take a look at the different strategies that people have used.
Exactly.
Excluding luck, because obviously you can't. But I mean, there is
always going to be a form of luck in a viral video, of course.
Right.
But I do not believe that any of the top 25 builders got on that list by accident. All of them are fantastic and professional builders.
Right.
Plus, they know how to use their channel and they know how to get views.
And even if they did have a viral video, they deserved for the video to go viral. So
exactly.
So before we actually start talking about the different kinds of techniques and strategies that people have used to gain subscribers, we want to make 100% clear what the list actually is, and we can rest 99% assured that this list is accurate because STD Dude over here subscribes to literally every Domino and Machine channel on YouTube.
Almost all of them. I've unsubscribed to a few lately because of spamming with uploads. But yeah, I looked through.
You know who you are.
I looked through all 729 of my subscriptions and looked at their subscriber count simply and marked all the ones down which have a moderate to large amount. And here's the list.
So the top 25 builders in order are: number 25, XX Domino Master XX.
Number 24, Burlock Awesome.
Number 23, Contraptionists.
Number 22, Tobin Domino.
Number 21, STD Dude. No, Stick Trick Domino Dude.
Number 20, Austrian Domino Art.
Number 19, Webguy 1000. Domino Entertainment.
Number 18, The Kinetic King.
Number 17, Super Marmor Man 1.
Number 16, Sprice Machines.
Number 15, Domino Fan 0803.
Number 14, Mike Perucci.
Number 13, Domino Fan 238.
Number 12, Swiss Domino Effect.
Number 11, Dynamic Domino.
Number 10, Domino Erdmann.
Number 9, Berserker Berlin.
Number 8, I Domino, I.
Number 7, Cap Lomino.
Number 6, Million and Dollar Boy. I'm not calling you by your new name.
Number 5, Shane's Dominoes.
Number 4, Sinner's Domino Entertainment.
Number 3, The Domino King.
Number 2, Flippy Cat.
And number 1, The Invention 11.
No, but you know who it really is.
So the first category we're going to talk about for marketing / strategy, and we kind of already talked about it a little bit, we mentioned it at the beginning, and that's viral videos. Obviously this has a huge aspect of luck, yes. Obviously this has a huge aspect of luck to it, so it's not exactly, something you can depend on or try out yourself necessarily, but it is important to mention because, you can't just ignore it.
Exactly. So, a lot of people on this list, I believe, have gotten their subscribers and view count mostly from a viral video. Now, not all of them, of course, but it does help. It really does help a lot. Mm-hmm. There are viral videos and then videos that get semi-viral amounts of views, like 300,000 to 700,000 and all that. Of course, there are a lot of different aspects that go into what makes a video go viral, which is also going to be part of the list today.
That's a totally different discussion. Yeah.
Right, that is a totally different discussion. So I think one good example of a builder who got his subscribers partially from a viral video would be Tobin Domino. A few years ago, he uploaded a video called League of Legends in Dominoes, which has over 500,000 views now.
And that kind of touches on another kind of strategy we'll talk about later. But also, so there's some other channels as well that can attribute some of their success to viral videos. Burleg Awesome is one of them with the craziest soda machine ever, kind of clickbait title. We'll get to that later as well. Domino Erdman, sort of as well. Let's see, who else? I mean, well, Stick Trick Domino, dude.
Partially, yeah, I think
Partially.
so. I mean, let's just say 99 Amazing Chain Reaction Tricks
Part 3
should not have gone viral. I know I said let's get this viral in the video, but I'm regretting it hard now. I hate it.
Let's see, who else? I think that's it. I think that's all. Oh, and another one, Dynamic Domino. So some viral, some semi-viral videos there as well.
Yep, actually, a Dynamic Domino's increase of subscribers was pretty recent and pretty sudden. He started getting a ton of views on his CCC entry, actually. Mm-hmm. And now he's at 27,000 subscribers somehow. Number 11 on the list, and no less than he deserves. He's getting really, really good.
I think I left a comment on one of his videos, I think at the beginning of this month, saying you'll be at 30,000 by the end of June. And so far that has definitely held up. I didn't expect it. I expected to way overestimate, but I'm like, no, this is actually going to happen. And he was at like 22,000 at the time, which is like insane. So, alright, so that's kind of enough to talk about viral videos, because again, it's not really a strategy you can use necessarily. I mean, obviously you can like submit it to Reddit and just hope for the best, which is what I do, but it's not really a strategy you can rely on, so we'll kind of stop there.
So, the next thing, what gets you views more than anything else? Oh, YouTube
Fidget spinner videos!
YouTube does this... yes, YouTube does this all the time and rewards it really well. Yeah. Clickbait.
Yeah. And it's kind of unfortunate because it's one of those things that like when you actually read the title and you know the person who made the video and they're like not that kind of person in real life, like no one actually talks like amazing, you know, whatever. I don't know, I can't think of a title off the top of my head. But like it's so weird, like the clash of personality when you actually meet the person versus their titles of videos. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. I just don't love clickbait, but unfortunately YouTube rewards it by promoting those videos. People like to click on them. That's why they're called clickbait. So it's a strategy.
Thankfully, the people that build Domino's don't use clickbait in the worst way possible. Well, they use it to a strategic standpoint that helps the thumbnail and the title match the video. Yeah. Now, I really got to give people credit who are able to do this. I think someone who does this very, very well is Swiss Domino Effect. If you look at their videos, you can see a lot of definitely clickbait type stuff, but it works. Example would be their recent video, huge life-size domino with a person right next to it trying to fake push it down. That's clickbait, but it works.
Yeah,
and it's true. It's
not deceptive clickbait too.
Right.
And that's the big thing. That's why I kind of dislike. Well, not kind of. I really dislike the traditional kind of clickbait when it's actually deceptive, or it'll be like, technically we put that in the video, but it was like a 2-second segment out of a 5-minute video, and that's sort of deceptive. The main way that I think clickbait kind of manifests itself, at least in the community, is through alliteration. So like tremendous tricks, or something like that. I can't think of any other example. There got to be other examples.
Well, right? One thing that people do is use caps multiple times, of course.
Well, right, but that's traditional clickbait. I'm talking about things that like happen in the community. Like super stupendous spirals or something along those lines. That's like alliteration.
Yeah. Yeah. The amazing triple spiral. That's something.
Not alliteration.
I don't know. That was all caps.
It's all caps.
I consider that clickbait. But
I do too. I'm talking about alliteration specifically, and that's the other one. Yeah, is all caps, but that's more of a traditional kind of clickbait, or capitalizing one word out of the title and just like insane chain reaction tricks or something.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of clickbait from a lot of people on the list, but definitely in acceptable amounts so that I don't hate their channel so much.
Yeah, and there's a difference between, I think, a creative title and actual clickbait, because there's nothing wrong with alliteration. I don't want to say that alliteration just makes your title clickbait. I want to say it makes it a creative title. There's nothing wrong with a creative title like that. It's when you kind of go overboard and turn it into all caps and put exclamation marks at the end that it kind of turns into a clickbait title. It's one of those things that like I don't hate seeing because I know it helps, but I don't love seeing it either. It's something I would never do personally because I think it's just kind of, it's so vapid. You can see right through it. Like it's so clear.
It shows on your channel though.
It really shows that like, well, I think what you're trying to get at there is like it shows as an improvement. You get subscribers out of it, but to me, it just, you can see straight through it. It's like, you can't deny that it's clickbait, you know? It's like, you're not hiding it. It's so hard to like, I don't know. It's not natural. It's not a good title. The closest I will ever come to a clickbait title is like the most complex screen link ever. But then again, it's not capitalized, no exclamation marks, and the main concept of the video was that it was complex. It wasn't just a title. Like, that was the concept behind the video.
Alright, I think we've talked enough about clickbait now, so let's move on to the next thing that could potentially make your videos get a lot of views. And that would be appealing to a fandom.
Now, when we say fandom, we don't necessarily mean, like, fans of a specific show or comic book or video game or whatever. We're talking about, like, a specific... No, we mean, like, appealing to a specific audience. We don't just... We mean, like...
Okay.
Like, a fandom kind of gives the impression that it's like, you know, a rabid fan base or something. No, we mean fandom as in a specific audience. So a targeted audience, usually. So whether that's a YouTuber tribute or something, which is that's the one thing I can say I've done. That's a targeted audience sort of thing, sort of a fandom.
To be honest, I think that things like YouTuber tributes can only take you a couple thousand views far.
That's right.
But things that are relevant to pop culture will almost always get you somewhere.
Right.
For example, we gotta, of course, mention this guy. He is the ultimate appealing to a fan base YouTuber out here, the Domino King.
Uh-huh.
Almost all of his videos from the last 2 years or so are related to a video game or a movie or just some nice nerdy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of people like those things, like his videos too. And that's why he's number 3 on that list.
Yeah, kind of the point we're getting at here is you don't necessarily have to be a fan of Domino's as much as you are just a fan of the thing that they are about. Specifically, if you're like another video game nerd, you're gonna love the Domino King, even if you don't love Domino's, because you're like, if you hate Domino's, you're not gonna like it. But if you have an appreciation for it, but you're not like a huge Domino fan, you know, you can still get the appreciation out of it, and you're still going to like his content. So that's kind of the advantage to doing, I don't know, not tributes, but like themes of pop culture, video games, movies, TV shows, stuff like that. It's because you appeal to a larger audience that maybe doesn't necessarily love Chain Reactions or Domino's, but likes it enough that when it's about something they do like, they will watch and subscribe.
Exactly.
And that's a specific reason why the Domino King works so well. That's why his channel works so well, because it's not just one video about video games. It's not like he attracted an audience from one video about video games and then they're all coming back to watch his other stuff. No, he attracted an audience because his entire channel is about video games and Domino's. And there are a lot of people who love all kinds of video games. So, you know, they can expect to see video games in Domino's for every upload. So it's a very specific kind of upload that he does, but there's a huge fan base there.
Yeah. Other people who I've seen use this to their advantage, one example would be me. Well, let's just say all 3 times I made a themed screen link, they've sort of gotten attention from the creators of some sort. Regular Show and Domino's, the creator of Regular Show saw it. Doctor Who and Domino's was put on BBC for some reason. And Hamilton and Domino's was seen by all Hamilton fans everywhere, and also by the creator.
Lin-Manuel, yeah. So kind of going back to what I said, like, the reason that, I mean, Hamilton and Domino's specifically, let's talk about that as an example. The reason that was successful is because there's a huge fan base there. But the reason it's not as successful as what the Domino King does is because when people see that video, they're like, wow, that was really cool. I love Hamilton and I love Domino's, but I can't expect this guy to upload Hamilton and Domino's every single time. But
although,
when they see...
just so you know, I am sort of uploading other musical related stuff coming soon.
Okay, so that's actually a good example, now that I think about it. If people are big musical fans, then if they see that Michael over here is uploading a lot of musicals in Domino's, that will be a reason to subscribe. But if it's just one Hamilton-themed video, they'll be like, that was really cool, but I can't expect to see that every time. Whereas with the Domino King, if they love video games, they see that that entire channel is devoted to that, and then they would subscribe. So it's not about doing a tribute or a themed video once. It'll really get you far if you devote your entire channel to it, which is obviously not something I would ever do, obviously not something that most people would do, obviously not something that we should recommend you doing unless you really want to, but it is a reason that the Domino King is doing so well.
Yep, a quick shout out to another person who does this pretty well, WebGuy1000. His 3 most popular videos are all themed in some way.
And he kind of does the same gaming sort of thing as well. But
partially, to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of gaming-themed screen links, but he also does other videos as well. And kind of back to my point, like they see that not every single video is a gaming-themed Domino video, so that may be why they don't subscribe. Now, this is me speculating, of course. There are other factors, obviously.
Right.
But that's kind of the main thing. And that's why YouTuber tributes don't work all the time. If you did YouTuber tributes every video, maybe you'd attract a bigger audience. And there are channels that, not machine or Domino channels, but there are machine channels that do tributes to YouTubers all the time, and they have a lot of subscribers because people like love YouTubers. So I guess the point is, if you have if you're doing a specific repeatable topic that people will come back to see, then you're gonna have success.
But of course, the one video will sometimes get you a decent amount of subscribers from the views that it gets, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's
one of the
usually
reasons why you get subscribers from any themed video.
And usually when you get a lot of subscribers from one particular viral video, it's not a themed video, and that's not necessarily the reason why. It might be a themed video, sure, but that's probably not the reason that it had gone viral. So, like for example, Triple Spiral, it's not a themed video. It went viral because it's so amazing. Craziest Soda Machine Ever didn't go viral because it's themed. It went viral because it's amazing. Magnets and Marbles, same thing. So when it's one viral video, not usually a themed thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the last topic, which is, I think, the most important one as it applies to almost everyone on this list. Any videos that involve a large amount of dominoes. Yeah, pretty much just a large amount of dominoes. An event, any title that has 50,000 dominoes in it. That'll attract people.
Yep. So people love big numbers. People are simple in that way. If you put 5,000 dominoes in your title, people have seen that before. Straight up. Unless they just are 5. But
250,000 dominoes on the other hand will get you over 1 million views.
Hey, and we're not just saying put 50,000 dominoes in your title and you'll get views. If that's not what your video is about, don't do that. But
that's bad clickbait, like we talked about before.
Yeah, that's not what we're saying. But I guess the strategy we're trying to say here is make big projects. I mean, it kind of feels dumb to say that, because obviously you guys know that. Obviously you're not like, wow, I didn't think of that. Maybe if I made my videos bigger and better, I'd get better and bigger. Wow. But, I mean, it's the strategy. You can't overlook it. So,
right.
It is obviously not something you can just like, oh, I'm going to go buy 50,000 dominoes now. You know, but...
This is also not something that just pertains to events and stuff.
Right.
Someone like Super Marmarman 1 constantly is building big stuff, and his videos get a decent amount of views now. So, yeah, he's he's number 17 on the list.
17,
so
not bad.
Results are apparent.
Yep. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he doesn't have like an insane amount of dominoes. I don't know how many he has. I'd guess like 30,000 or so, 30 to 40,000.
Probably something like that. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's not insane. I mean, it's pretty high. Yeah, that's pretty high. But it's not like a huge amount, is it? Yeah,
it's high for an individual, but
yeah, it is.
Yeah, in terms of hugeness in general, I wouldn't consider it huge.
Yeah, I'd scrap that part. Scrap that part. It is a pretty big number.
But still, a fall down that lasts longer than 2 minutes will always get you somewhere.
I'd say
if the video isn't boring.
I'd say that's pretty fair. There are obviously exceptions of projects that last way shorter that are viral, like world record pyramids and stuff like that, or like towers and stuff like that. But then there are also projects that are way longer than 2 minutes that aren't as viral, and yeah, I guess there's kind of a contrast. There's a kind of happy medium there, but I don't know. This is kind of the one where this is kind of the most obvious one, honestly, because it's like just get better at building and you'll get more viral. Because like the other ones are actually strategies you can use at pretty much any level, whereas this one's more like get better at building, you morons, and then you'll be better at getting subscribers. So it kind of feels unfair. But it is a strategy that people use. I mean, obviously, you're not going to see Swiss Domino Effect and Austrian Domino Art go out and just be like, here's a 250 domino setup, guys. You know.
Hey, it did work for Domino Fan 238. Let's not forget that. 5 domino tricks.
Okay. But, like I said, there are exceptions. Those are the exceptions, not the rule.
Exactly. We don't know why that went viral. Exactly.
Well, we did, because people don't care. They just click on whatever is recommended to them. So you got to play into the YouTube algorithm. If you want to make fidget spinner trick shot videos, go right ahead. I will unsubscribe immediately, but go right ahead.
Alright, so that's technically all of the topics that we had to discuss, but there are a couple of other things that I think should be mentioned. For example, something that will help a channel get multiple amounts of subscribers is them being on YouTube for a long time. Now, a lot of the people on this list are senior members of the Domino community.
Yep.
Flippy Cat, Domino Fan 0803.
Bryce.
Yep, Heavish5, but that's for other reasons. Shane's Dominoes, Berserker Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the point is...
XX Domino Master XX. I mean, these are old, not like in terms of their age, but like they've been on YouTube for a while.
And subscribers just naturally will build up.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, right. That exponential growth of subscriber number is just kind of going to happen. So that's kind of an outlier with our data, if you will. So again, that's kind of one thing to take into consideration. And then, of course, luck. We mentioned that as well. There's a lot of luck in this kind of thing. You never know.
I think there is some luck in it, but not so much that we can say that anyone can be in the top 25. Then there's going to be some other people on the list who aren't exactly going with all of these tips completely, but they got viral and subscribers because they're just so good and they're themselves and so unique. This would be example the Kinetic King, of course. He was very popular because he was himself. You know, he didn't have this one big viral video except for one world record, which was smallish. The Contraptionists, who are actually on this list, they were the first of their kind, so of course they got views. And want to list another example, Lau?
And yeah, I mean, I think even though we mentioned her for another kind of thing, obviously Heavish5 is kind of a big example too. Obviously tons of viral videos, but she'd still be on this list without those viral videos, without the views and subscribers that came from those. And that's mainly because creative ideas and very professional style and just a whole lot of other factors. So,
and guys, let's keep in mind that Heavish5 did get 20,000 subscribers before Insane Domino Tricks. And right now that would put her at number 14 on the list.
Yeah. So, I mean, assuming that she didn't gain anything since whenever Insane Domino Tricks was uploaded, and, you know, let's assume she got 30,000 since then, I mean, still that's enough to easily make the list. So obviously a lot of that can be attributed to just the fact that she's so good. So, again, these people have a lot to thank for viral videos or, you know, specific marketing tricks or clickbait, whatever, but at the end of the day, they're just good. So,
exactly. So yeah, guess that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to subscribe to our main channels, which are linked right in the end of the video, because now that end cards exist, we can do that.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't put 3 of them, because then we could do like my channel, your channel, and then the Dominews channel. I don't think you can do that. If so, we'll do that. If so, we can do that. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. But if you can do that, that'll be at the end. But if not, we'll probably have a playlist of other episodes.
So, thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, because Dominews comes out, I don't know anymore, because we took a break for about 4 months, and we'll see where this goes. But we're still going. There's still a lot more to talk about, people.
And this is the kind of thing that I'll be able to do a lot more in college, by the way. This is the kind of thing that I'll be able to, like, it won't be as much of a thing to fit into my schedule as much. So,
okay, so I guess that's all we have to say, and it's time for finishing words. And today's finishing words are: letter S changes everything to everythings by Teddytron 2000.
If you actually get the reference there, I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy.
Alright, so that's all we got.
Alright. I'm Jack of Space 98.
And I'm Stick Trick Domino Dude.
See
Bye,
ya.
humans.
Oh god, you went with that one.